Hey, welcome to the second course video for the song Time by NF from his album The Search. I'm musically malnourished, and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. In these videos, we do a deep dive into the lyrics and meaning behind the music. This was a really powerful song, really powerful video, music video as well. That's available over on Patreon, but let's go ahead and get in, see what all is going on here. All right, Time is a slightly altered version of Time Edit, which was the fourth single off of The Search. The song includes 10 extra seconds of cellos playing at the beginning. Great choice. Making it a slightly more mysterious intro. The track dives into a broken relationship due to fighting and other difficulties, but pushes a message that time heals all, and what is meant to be will be. Time was originally teased via Instagram back in January of 2019, but was formally brought up on June 27th. At the 149 mark of the When I Grow Up music video, a piece of paper was briefly in frame showing, okay, that's cool. Awesome for somebody to have the foresight to do something like that. Okay. Let's get up into the song. Even if we both break down tonight, and you say that you hate me, and we go to bed angry, I know everything will be all right. I'll be here waiting. I promise I'm changing. I just need a little time to show you I'm worth it. I know I can be a difficult person. I'm a stress case, drive you up the wall when I'm working. Actually, I'm probably worse when I'm not. You don't deserve it. Man, that's a really great line right there. Because obviously it's like the pressures or whatever of working and the time that it takes, but then also the recognition that's like, actually, when I'm not working, I'm probably worse because there's that anxious feeling or like I should be doing something, or you're not necessarily absorbed in a project. And so I totally understand that. Make you nervous because you know I'm a break soon. Every time I do, I say something that hurts you. Acting like I'm gone, but we both in the same room. Wow, right? That's that, like, there's an emotional disconnection before a physical disconnection. And I think those are the things that we have to really have a pulse on in relationships, is how are we, like, as people, our hearts, our synergy, our connection, because when that begins to break, and I think this is why a lot of people, when their kids leave the home, they end up separating, because somewhere along the journey, you've been very active in taking care of life, but not taking care of one another. And so keep a pulse on how are we, not just how are things. I don't like to be wrong, which I know you relate to. And I know I make you feel like you're at the end of your rope. This is a great line too, because it subtly shows not only are there kind of two sides, within a relationship, but also when you're having a confrontation or a disagreement, you both want to be right. And so that's where a lot of the conflict comes from, is both feeling you're right. And sometimes you don't want to give any ground. And I've been there and I've done that, and it hasn't always produced great results. But both of you have to be willing to give each other a little ground, unless it's something crazy and the person is just absolutely in the wrong. But most of the time in a functioning relationship, you have to both, be willing to put your pride and your stubbornness, like, just let the wall crack a little bit, man, and give each other some ground, because if you don't, you're just headed for collision. It's like playing chicken. I know I make you feel like you're at the end of your rope. That's when I look at you and tell you I'd be better alone. Well, don't say that. Just the pride talking, isn't it? Because both of us know I'm the definition of wreck if you look into my soul. Comes out the most when I feel I'm in a vulnerable place, made a lot of mistakes I wish I knew how to erase. When I'm afraid, might get distant and I push you away, but no matter the case, I'm gonna do whatever it takes, even if. And so then goes back into the chorus, and then the post-chorus. This was beautiful. Verse 2. Yeah, way before I bought you the ring, we were fighting back and forth like you were wearing the thing. Two passionate people not afraid to say what they think led to passionate conversation when it's hard to agree. You know me well, sitting on the edge of my seat, looking at life, overanalyzing everything. Always depressed, trying to find a better version of me, searching for something I know is probably right in front of my feet. Stubborn as me? Maybe not, but you're close to it. Got a lot of issues. I'm trying to work through them. Going to therapy for you, something that's worth doing. I love that. When I know you've been there for me through all my worst moments. And I know it hurts knowing that I carry this weight on my chest, making it difficult for me to open up and connect. Lots of regrets. I apologize for all of the stress. It's not what I meant to do. You know I love you to death. Even if we both break down tonight. Man, I won't go into the comments that I shared over on Patreon on the music video, because I did talk about relationships and kind of these 4 things and around time, 3 or 4 things, about making sure you're not allowing things to fester in a relationship, that you're giving attention to certain things. But when you do that and how you do that matters. And sometimes you want to solve something now, and it's like you're not getting any headway. You're just butting heads. Maybe you're at a point where you're finding it very difficult to give any ground, and you're both at that place, just stubborn, fighting for your opinion, your view of the thing. And honestly, sometimes you need that space. You need to go to separate rooms. You need to go on with the day. Sometimes you need a good night's rest. Now, again, I go into that a little bit in further detail and the things to be careful of and watch out for in the music video over on Patreon. But there are times that you just need a good night's rest, and you can revisit the conversation. And sometimes you don't have to revisit the conversation. If it's something that needs dealing with, of course. But there have been plenty of times in marriage that it's just like, I go to bed knowing I love her, and knowing she loves me, and her knowing I love her, and she knowing she loves me. And your backs may be turned, but in the morning, you face one another again. And so, anyways, it's time can be a powerful thing, because most often, at least for me, time, some space from whatever it is we're talking about, gives me the opportunity. There's that thing inside of you that's like, oh, I can't believe she's thinking that way, or she's so wrong, or I can't believe that. And there's a piece of that, but then what happens is that begins to soften. And I go, okay, where am I not seeing it straight? Why am I being so stubborn? And it gives you some opportunity as well, maybe to pray and think, God, give me wisdom, help me see this clearly. I don't want to be just obstinate. I want to find the way forward. So anyways, beautiful song. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. We could have a conversation there. Thanks for being with me for this one. Hope to see you in the next one, because we're eating good.